raras.
Tierras raras.
Rare earths.
Tierras raras.
Rare earth.
Tierras raras.
Rare earth metals.
Tierra rara.
The Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, was here in the Dominican Republic recently, and he had a very rare conversation. Let's talk about it. Hey guys, and welcome back to Purely Walking. It's me, Ellie, again, and today we are going to be talking about what might possibly be the next big industry to boom here in the Dominican Republic and get us a lot of money. We are talking about the mining of rare earth elements that have been found here in the southern part of the Dominican Republic. And why is this industry so important? Well, because rare earth elements are used to make a whole lot of things that we use each and every day. Most of the high-tech stuff that people use nowadays is done with these rare earth metals that are found, well, in the earth.
Rare earths, they run your life.
We need them for LCD screens, lasers, headphones, microphones, smartphones. They're also found in space rockets and satellites, and even in some modern cancer drugs. And their use in wind turbines and electric cars means they've become a key part of developing clean energy technology.
So it's no wonder that this industry is huge. And just recently, some really interesting data has come out in the Dominican Republic pointing to a possible huge deposit of rare earth minerals here in the southern side of our country. So it's really exciting. And the fact that Marco Rubio was recently here with our Dominican President Luis Abinader, and they started talking about the rare earth minerals and their importance caught my eye. But first things first, how advanced is this industry here in the country? Well, right now, there's only preliminary studies that point to the fact that we may have a volume of 100 million metric tons of this stuff. That is quite sizable. And that can make us more than $20,000 million for the country.
The country has gold, silver, and nickel, and has had bauxite. Ladies and gentlemen, where there is bauxite, rare earth elements are usually present, and we are currently exploring this possibility with the assistance of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers.
These preliminary studies actually seem quite promising because the president went all the way to making a presidential decree forming a Dominican mining enterprise and actually declaring that land that was found to have that much rare earth a specific protected site for the mining purposes of those rare earth minerals. So now, with that enterprise in place and that site already reserved for mining purposes, we are going to start actually exploring the land in a more profound way so the country can have a more precise estimate on how much rare earth we can have. Guys, if you're enjoying this video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. It'll only take a second and I'll wait for you if you want. All right, let's keep going. This makes me quite excited, especially because when Marco Rubio and President Abinader started talking about these rare earth minerals, Marco Rubio specifically stated that it is a lot better to have allies and friendly countries have these type of deposits than non-allies.
Primero, esas tierras raras le pertenecen a la República Dominicana y al pueblo de la República Dominicana. Lo que yo sí sé es que al mundo le va a hacer falta acceso a tierras raras para todas las tecnologías que son clave en este nuevo siglo y todos los avances tecnológicos que esperamos por delante, e incluso tecnologías que se utilizan en la defensa, pero también en todas las tecnologías avanzadas de esta nueva era. Y creo que un país amigo, aliado en nuestro hemisferio que tenga acceso a eso es algo muy positivo y estamos dispuestos a ayudar a que puedan desarrollar la riqueza de República Dominicana. Es de ustedes, es de este país. Lo que estamos como socios para ayudarlos a desarrollarlo, porque prefiero que sea aquí a que estés en manos de un país que no es amigo, que no es aliado en el otro lado del planeta.
And what he referenced with this is the fact that China actually holds the biggest rare earth deposits in the world right now, and they control more than 70% worldwide of the dealings and negotiations of these rare earths because they actually hold control of a lot of mines, not only in China, but in other countries as well.
More recently, in 2020, concerned that China would use rare earths as a bargaining chip in its ongoing trade battle with the United States, saw then-President Donald Trump sign an executive order boosting funding for domestic mining. The US imports almost 80% of its rare earths directly from China, and it's heavily reliant on China for the processing of the rare earths mined in America.
So by that statement that Marco Rubio said, it means that the United States might possibly be interested in negotiating with us, the Dominican Republic, for the exportation of these rare earth minerals that may be found here. And that is a good strategic thing for our country because, hey, the United States has always been a commercial ally to the Dominican Republic. We are in close proximity physically to them, so exporting them, you don't have to go across, the entire world. And it's a good deal for us overall. But there might be some people that are thinking,
well, wouldn't exploiting another mine be detrimental to the environment and whatnot?
I can see why some people may be concerned with the environmental factor, especially because in Jamaica, there has recently been a mine of a similar product, a rare earth that has bauxite in it, but that mine hasn't been successful because it has been so difficult to extract the actual rare earth metals from the land. And China has actually spent a whole lot of money trying to extract those rare earth minerals from the Jamaican mines, and it hasn't been so successful because of the high cost and how much it has to be processed to actually extract those metals. But according to experts here in the Dominican Republic, first of all, the extraction shouldn't be such an issue because our bauxite is a lot different than the bauxite in Jamaica. The bauxite in Jamaica is actually a little bit different in its composition, which makes it more difficult to extract. Theirs is of a volcanic nature and ours is not. So the experts say that it shouldn't be as difficult to extract ours.
Las bauxitas que tú tienes en Jamaica no son exactamente iguales a las bauxitas que tú tienes en República Dominicana. Aquellas están más vinculadas a rocas volcánicas meteorizadas. Las nuestras están más vinculadas a rocas calizas meteorizadas.
And also, I should say that the land, part of the land that has been identified to have these rare earth minerals was already mined before in the 50s for just aluminum. They took aluminum out of that land and they extracted it, and now the land has actually been replenished with trees, and decades later now we see that the land has not been affected and the environment hasn't gone down either. So that is another signal that makes us hopeful that we can successfully extract these rare earth minerals without affecting as much the ecosystem and the environment. I also want to tie in the extraction of the rare earth minerals with something that has already been declared by President Abinader, and that is the fact that he wants to encourage and open up the industry for the fabrication of semiconductors here in the country. And since semiconductors are also made with rare earth, and it just strikes me as a cool idea to think about the fact that we can have fabrication of the semiconductor industry here in the country, but also make these semiconductors with our very own harvested rare earth minerals. That may make it even more profitable because it's going to be way more efficient if we have the goods, the prime goods, and also the fabrication of these things in the same place. I mean, that's just me thinking about interesting ideas. What do you guys think about all this? For me, it's super exciting to think about the fact that we're going to have skin in the game when it comes to this rare earth minerals, and as popular as they are, for us to have some in Dominican Republic, it's really cool. I hope that these studies are positive and that we can have this industry boom in the next few years here in the country. The fact that the southern portion of the Dominican Republic is getting the benefits of this industry is really cool because the southern part of the DR is booming in other ways. If you didn't know, there have recently been some openings of cruise terminals down there. So things are starting to definitely look up for that southern part of the DR, which has been traditionally like the poorer side and not as exploited as other sections of our country. So I'm truly excited because of that. Now I want to know what you guys think about all this. Are you team go for it? Do you think that we should just open up the industry and export those rare earth minerals? Or are you on the cautious side and say like, watch out for the environment? And are you like the people that don't like exploitation of mines? I want all your thoughts and all your comments down below. All right guys, this is all for now. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This is me signing on, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.